Hey, it's Coach Mac, play fast football. Just want to take a minute to thank everybody that came out to Glacier, Tampa this week. I had 5 sessions down there, 3 offensive sessions, 2 defensive sessions. Had a lot of guys in the room. It was a great time meeting a lot of new people and talking some ball and getting after it. Today we want to talk about heavy 3-back offensive stuff. If you're a spread team like we are, you have to have an answer for some short yardage stuff, and you have to have an answer to people that might put 7 in the box and just kind of man up on the outside. A couple years ago, when we were a 2x2, 3x1 team, we had some teams that went just 7 in the box, straight 0, and they had some pretty good cats on the outside. 7 in the box took us out of our run game and 10 personnel and kind of dictated to us that we needed to throw the ball, and their guys on the outside were a little bit better than my guys on the outside, so we didn't have much success throwing the ball. So we had to kind of find something to give us a little bit of a short yardage package, and also something to kind of mash it up a little bit so our defense could defend some hard ball runs. So today we're going to be talking about 3-back heavy. This is not diamond formation stuff. This is 3-back heavy, 2 fullbacks and a tailback in the pistol. First thing we're going to talk about is what I call a blast play. All right, it's basically, it's almost essentially power football, but we don't pull a guard. We use the sniffers to do the pulling. All right, but it's a real easy scheme to run. It's a down gap scheme on up front. Gets those gaps taken care of on the inside. It's good against stunts, good against blitzes, good for short yardage stuff, good to kind of create a mentality to run the ball downhill. All right, first thing we're going to talk about is the blast play. All right, on the blast play, what we're going to do is we're going to down gap everybody up front. All right, so essentially this front side tackle's got the B gap, front side guard's got the A gap, center's got backside A, this guard has backside B, this tackle has backside C gap. Now, if we're playing an even front, we're going to take care of our gaps first, but we're going to look for double teams. So if we had a 3 technique here, we're going to secure all our gaps for blitzes and run through, but we're going to end up doubling this 3 technique here to the stack mic or backside versus a stack mic here, front side versus a 6-man box. If the center goes backside A, if you get an even front just like this one, we're going to double this 1 technique back to this will. So the center is going to have the backside linebacker, okay, in a 6 or a 7-man box. His tackle's going to be on out, has to make sure that he's got inside leverage. All he has to do is win with his helmet with leverage on the inside. We don't need a huge drive block here, we just need a positional block. We're going to take the front side sniffer and we're going to kick the end. We're going to take the backside sniffer, we're going to pull and wrap him on the front side. We're going to open up with the quarterback straight to the tailback. All right, and we're going to run the tailback and the front side A gap on power. All right, so it's a power scheme with a kick and a wrap, okay, but it's got all gap schemes from your linemen, so you don't have to worry about blocking back and pulling the guard, pulling the backside guard, which we run a ton of power stuff as well. But when we get into 3-back, okay, what we do is we gap everything down, kick with the sniffer, and then we wrap, all right, with the backside sniffer. So it does give us an extra player to the front side. And what it does is it gives us that magic number of 7 helmets for those 7 helmets that they want to put in the box. And that's important because if you're a spread team and you're a 1-back, 10 personnel, 2x2, 3x1 team, all right, a lot of times they'll put 7 in the box if they don't want you to run your zone read, veer, dart game, or your inside run. They'll put 7 in the box, which is 1 more helmet, even if you read somebody. All right, 7 helmets is 1 more than you can handle. Well, now we put 7 helmets on offense to handle those 7 helmets on defense, okay? Because we are in the pistol, all right, and because we've got 2 sniffers, all right, this can very easily, we can just turn this around, all right, and make it go the other way, all right, especially if I have the same front drawn up I had last time. If I had the bubble there, it's probably a better play to the bubble. You don't have to worry about where the 1 is to make it an easier back block for the center, because the center isn't responsible, all right, to block back for a puller. He's got the backside A gap, but nobody's pulling. So now on the front side, we'd be down gap, open B gap, he's going to climb. Okay, down gap here, we're going to double this 1, all right, and work all the way back to the backside Sam. We're on out and on out on the 3 and the 5. Most important thing is make sure the 3 and the 5 don't stunt across your face. We do not need a lot of movement here. We need a positional block with our helmet inside leverage on the 3 and on the 5. We're going to kick, okay, with the front side sniffer. We're going to pull and wrap with the backside sniffer and get downhill right away opening to the tailback, running downhill power in the A-gap, all right, with the quarterback. Obviously, your receivers, you can push crack versus a 2-high team. You can stalk versus 1-high. Your backside guy can always work deep man, middle of the field, try and take care of, all right, that deep guy, middle of the field, depending on if it's a 1-high or a 2-high look. Okay, so you've got your blast because you are in the pistol set with fullbacks on each side. We can run blast right, we can run blast left at any time. All right, it's nice and balanced, nice and even. All right, there's no tendencies to say that you have to run the play one way or the other. There's no motions, no shifts, no trades. Right at it, kick, grab, down gap from, all right, your front side lineman all the way back to the back side. Just a simple down gap scheme. Ties in real good with our veer play or our zeer play, which is about the same rules up front. We call it a blast play, so we make it another blocking scheme for our linemen, so my center knows to go one backer further back against the 4-3. We want to go all the way back to the Sam here. All right, we want to get to the Mike here, and then we want to take care of a frontside backer with, all right, the backside sniffer. Okay, the good thing is if you got 8-man front teams, all right, if you were seeing 8-man front teams, just like old-fashioned power rules, you can get that backside puller up on the force player. All right, if you were seeing just traditional 8-man front stuff, all right, and you were seeing just a 6-man box here, all right, inside the tackle box, but you were seeing 8-man front, all right, Sam down, strong safety, walk down, free safety in the middle, 1 free, 3 deep. Now if you're seeing 8-man front, okay, now you can get your double here, all right, and climb it up front side. You can get your double here and work it backside, on out on the 5 technique, kick the 5 technique, wrap and get up on the force player to the outside, leave the last man furthest away, leave him unblocked, all right, get your tailback down in the A-gap. You can get to this 8-man in the box as the overhang player. All right, so it's good for a 7 in the box, really good against 8-man fronts. If you block it upright, you can get to the overhang on the outside with the backside player because you're adding one from the backside to the front side with the pull, okay? All right, the next thing we do out of this, all right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to run some waggles, okay, just very simple waggle rules. We're going to run a flood concept. Okay, with our waggle stuff, we're going to run flood concepts to the play side. All right, so again, if you had a 7-man box and you had some type of 2-high look, okay, what we're going to do to the side we're running the waggle, we're going to run comeback. So we're going to run hard vertical, stick at 15, back to 12 on the comeback. Okay, we're going to take the offensive line is going to block, all right, they're going to block the blast play. All right, as if we were running, when we're going to run waggle right, okay, we want them to block the blast play as if we were running blast right. All right, so what they're going to do is they're all going to step one gap back to the left as if we were running blast to the right. Now what we're going to do, because we're running waggle off the down block, we're going to put the front side sniffer, and he's got to get his helmet outside the end. Should be easy to do because of the down block schemes. We run so many down block schemes that a lot of times you're going to get a hard wrong arm 5 technique. So now, after running the blast a couple times, power, counter, now off the down block, we get an outside seal. We're going to take the backside sniffer behind the line of scrimmage into the flat. We're going to take the backside receiver and run a progressive climbing drag. So now when we get to the front side, okay, we've got 1, 2, 3 levels of football. Tailback on waggle right, tailback would fake blast left. Quarterback has to try and get depth away from the line of scrimmage before he starts to waggle. So if you do get any edge pressure, or if this end beats the block of the fullback, your quarterback has bought himself time to now turn and square up to the line of scrimmage. He's always going to peak high to low. He's going to go comeback first, drag second, flat third. The only time he gets the ball as the first option in the flat is if he turns to waggle and there's pressure, whether it be edge blitz, your sniffer whiffs, games up front that you miss. As he gets depth and then turns square, if there's immediate pressure in his face, he's going to check the flat route to see if he can get it to the fullback right away. Okay? Anytime the quarterback gets pulled up in the pocket and he cannot waggle and somehow he gets turned up in here, he's going to look right to the drag route if he gets turned up. So anytime he runs the waggle and he can't get around the corner and he gets pulled up, okay, he's going to turn and look for the backside drag route right now. Okay? You can run the waggle right, you can run the waggle left, off of blast right and blast left. The waggle can go both ways because you will always have a receiver to run the comeback. You'll always have a guy working the drag. You'll always have a fullback in the flat. Tailback's in the pistol. Very simple for him to fake blast either way. Okay? So built in off of your blast plays, you then have, all right, some of your waggle plays. The other thing we'll do, all right, to take some shots down the field, the other thing we'll do is go full 8-man protection, 2-man route. All right, off the blast play, we'll go full 8-man protection. Okay, and we will just run simple post route on the front side. All right, post route on the front side, post corner on the back side. So what we would do is we would step our offensive line one gap to the left. Okay, right here. Fullback on this side has C-gap, helmet inside. Tailback after play action fake has D-gap outside. This sniffer has D-gap to his outside. 8-man protection. Okay? Quarterback has play action fake and then straight back in the pocket. So you've got 8 guys to handle whatever stunts they want to bring. Simple full slide gap protection with sniffer on the edge, tailback outside of him, sniffer on the edge of the D-gap because we're turning it back this way. A, B, C, there's your sniffer and the D. Front side towards the play action fake, we go post. Away from the play action fake, we go post corner. Okay? Now, a lot of guys will ask all the time, Coach, we get teams where the safeties want to fly down on a run. They're always down on a run when we run jet sweep or inside runs. You get a 2-high team, off the play action fake, the first thing the quarterback checks is this safety. If he is coming down hard to play the run, you know you've got man-to-man on that corner. You got to have a guy out there that can win. All right, man-to-man, one-on-one running the post route. Okay? You got to have somebody out there that can win. All right? Even if you don't win, if you can take a shot over his head, you'll slow down him coming down into the box. Okay? You'll slow him down from getting down into the box all the time if you can go play action and go over his head. So sometimes when you're throwing play action passes, you want to take shots down the field. Not only are you looking for touchdowns and big plays, all right, but you're looking to protect your run play by slowing down the invert of that safety if he's a quarters or a robber guy. All right, so again, one of the big keys in offensive football is you need to have plays that protect your plays. Okay? So a play action pass off of the blast play will protect the blast play. Even if this isn't successful, you're going to protect the blast play because they know that you can go over their head. If you got a dude out here, all right, they're really going to worry about that because one-on-one, all right, if he can win one-on-one, then they can't really fly that safety down. So what happens sometimes? You'll get 8-man fronts, okay? You'll get 8-man fronts, and they'll close the middle of the field on you. Okay, so they'll slam down to play 8-man fronts, close the middle of the field on you. Okay? Anytime you're playing an 8-man front, 1-high defense, I do not care whether it's cover 3 or 1 free, that right here is going to become man to man. 3 deep, man free, doesn't matter, this is going to become man to man, all right? We have thrown between last season and this season, all right, I think I have 2 or 3 cut-ups on the blog. But between last season and this season, we have thrown 8 touchdowns to this route. Okay, post corner off of play action to that route right there, simply because if we get 8-man fronts 1 high, this always becomes man-to-man. Okay, whether it's 1 free or cover 3, don't fool yourself. That corner versus 1 high on a post corner route is by himself. Okay, so play action passes, plays to protect plays. You got the blast that goes both ways. You've got waggles that go both ways. Now you got play action pass with a chance to take, okay, and this is huge now. You want to make sure that you are taking some shots on offense. Whether it be change of possession, turnovers, whether it be certain places on the field that you like it, you can't be afraid to take shots down the field to slow people up. If you don't take shots, they're going to play tight coverage, or they're going to play too high all the time, okay, and they're going to hammer guys down on the run because you can't go over their head. All right? Much like I feel about the screen game, a play-action pass over the top that's incomplete does not necessarily mean that it's not effective. All right? A play-action pass over the top, as long as it doesn't get picked for 6 the other way, even if you throw a pick sometimes, a play-action pass over the top is successful because you've shown that you can do it. All right, it's successful that night. It's very successful the next couple weeks because on film, they see that in that set, you will go play action and you will throw the ball over the top. Okay, so that's just some simple 3-back stuff. All right, how to get yourself some short yardage, how to get yourself some downhill runs. Waggles built off of it. You can 3-step out of this look at any time. All right, very simple package, very simple to install. All right, and again, along with everything else that we're trying to do on offense and defense, we want to keep this simple, giving us multiple options, but keeping the rules simple for our team so that we can play fast. All right, got to remember all the time, rules got to be simple, kids got to line up and go, confusion is your worst enemy. All right, if you can't play fast, you won't play good.